Hello friends, welcome to my channel, and this is my first vlog, and I'm going to be taking you on a journey to the Everest Base Camp. My husband and I navigated this very recently, and this is our 50 plus goal. So we are here to give you hope to all of you out there, whether you're young or old. It doesn't really matter. Believe in yourself, and there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. This entire journey has been curated into parts, into videos, and at the end of the second video is where I give you some tips on how to prepare for this journey. And of course, if you have any special questions, you're most welcome to write to me and I'll be happy to help you. So here we are, check it out. So finally here, very excited, on my way to the Everest Base Camp. We start our trek today. Now I'm at the Kathmandu airport and flying to Lukla in this tiny little flight, which I hope to share with you guys, and looking forward to an adventure of a lifetime. Let me introduce, I have with me Ellen, Sandeep. That's the guy whose luggage got left behind. Okay.
Go green!
Yeah. That's Bhakti.
49874.
This is Saket. And this is Jose.
Oh, yeah.
So we're quite a gang here, gang of 6. And we look forward to a fantastic trek ahead. So we arrive at Lukla. Fascinating place. Our lodge is right next to the airport, so you can look at all the flights taking off and landing. Not very unexciting, I'd say, because my husband's luggage got left behind, and we will be collecting it at Namche. Hopefully it's going to reach there. The team is very helpful. And this is what it looks like. Now all set to take off from Lukla, and our journey begins. Now we're walking through the very charming, Sandeep takes off his cap, very charming town of Lukla. It's got cobblestones, as you can see behind me. The streets are and the lanes are made out of cobblestone. It's a bright and sunny, beautiful day. So we leave Lukla behind and heading now to Phakting, where we're going to spend the night. A bright sunny day and a balmy 5 degrees. There are a series of suspension bridges along the way. This is the first of the series. And lots of poses and pictures. Chopper as we go along the bridge. So we finally arrived at Phakting. We're going to be staying at this charming little cottage called Sherpa Lodge. So beautiful, lovely flowers. Satiating meal of dal, bhat, sabzi. There's the gang. After morning breakfast, we set out for Namche Bazaar. It's a nice cold morning as we leave Phakting and heading out to Namche now. stop at Banker, midway between Phakding and Namche Bazaar for a cup of tea. And this is right next to a very pretty waterfall. Lovely ambience. And here we go. Let me just show you. That is the waterfall right behind me. And here are all our buddies in the background. There they are. Lunch break at Jorsel on the way. We are crossing the second of the 5 suspension bridges all the way to Namche. So behind me is the last of the 5 suspension bridges named after Sir Edmund Hillary, who made his way to the Everest in 1953. He was one of the first Everesters, and the lower one is actually in his name, but the one that is used is the one on top, and that's the one that we're going to be using too. Behind me is the suspension bridge, the last of them that we're going to cross to reach Namche Bazaar, and we are just about to enter the Sagarmatha National Park. So let me show you. Here we have, yes, so we've had to take a permit from here, and that's Pasang. Say hi.
Hi.
Yeah. Finally arrived at Namche Bazaar after an 8.5 hour climb and navigating an elevation of almost 800 meters, just a little less than 800. So the smile is really big. And look at the other side, you have this beautiful peak. Today we've set off for an acclimatization hike, and we're having super fun. What amazing views along the way, panoramic views of the Himalayas. And right behind me you have Joe. It's his 50th birthday today, and we're having a party. A party at 12,000 feet, yes. And here are the others. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
And we have Bhakti coming in. There she is.
Hello.
Joe's party continues. Joe's not stopped dancing ever since we started the party. That's a nice panoramic view. Leaving Namche Bazaar and we head out for Tengboche, and it's a long day ahead, 8.5 hours trek in the higher reaches. We'll be crossing a beautiful monastery on the way, and I believe the trail is so beautiful and I'm looking forward to it. But we need to be slow and steady and cautious as the height increases and oxygen levels go down. En route. What a beautiful valley and a beautiful route. It just opens out. We're now crossing the Khumbu region, and you have all the mountain ranges, Amadablam. And you see these right behind. Right behind me, we have to go behind that to reach the base camp. We stop for a cup of tea at the Amadablam Lodge. And there's the Amadablam, beautiful, majestic Amadablam in the background. And this tree seems to be competing with it. And here is the rest of the gang, all resting, chilling. Ah, that's Padma. We stop by at the lodge at Punkithanga village for lunch, and it is a gorgeous view outside. The snow-capped mountains follow us everywhere, and there's a beautiful suspension bridge, as you can see, and that's the path that we're going to take to reach Tengboche monastery, and then we go down to Tengboche and spend the night there. Looking forward to this beautiful trail. There you have, and there's a waterfall if you can hear the sound. There's a river flowing through, and there are small waterfalls and rapids along the way. Nice setting. There's a chopper. Monastery, and it's been a very long walk, but it's so beautiful. You can see how beautiful it is, all the paintings that depict the life of Buddha, and their folklore. Tengboche Monastery with the stupas, surrounded by snow-capped peaks. Beautiful, very calming. As you can see, we walked almost 11.5 kilometers, over 8 hours so far. Still another half an hour to go before we reach our final destination, where we're going to be resting at Tengboche. very spectacular Tengboche monastery, surrounded by these majestic mountains. Very, very calming, peaceful. Now we are on our way to Tengboche from Tengboche Monastery. You can see Ahmad Ablam on the right, and Everest is actually behind the cloud cover. So we spent the night at Paradise Lodge at Tengboche, and now we set off with the crisp mountain air around us, a balmy, oh that's Bhakti there, and I would say it's about 0 to 2 degrees, definitely not more than that. It was about sub-zero certainly at night, and we set off now from here, which is approximately 12,500 feet to about 14,000 feet now. We'll be heading towards Tengboche, where we shall camp for 2 days and acclimatize as well. So we are now going past the beautiful valley of Tengboche. There's a lot of cultivation that happens here, and you see the Ahmad Ablam hidden behind the clouds, and we're going to be going down this path next. So we've left the scenic village behind where we had a cup of tea, and now we're going following the stream actually, and we are surrounded by snow-capped mountains. There you can see the Ahmad Ablam, a little bit is visible, and new mountains coming up. The stream keeps flowing and we're going to be following the stream, and in the distance you have this village where we're going to stop over for lunch. That's Pasang. He says we are headed to this village called Chomare, and you can see the Guru Rinpoche's mural on the wall there. And there's the village where we're going to stop over for lunch on day 5. Day 5 has been so far fairly easy, and very, very scenic. But I believe, and I'm told, that we're going to start gaining more altitude as we progress after lunch up to 14,000 feet. We've stopped over at Everest Kitchen for lunch now at Somare Khumbu village. 40 meters is almost 13,251. Pretty precise feet. We've gained elevation, and from here onwards the tree line is going to recede and almost get over actually. You can see the Ahmad Ablam right here. We've almost circumnavigated it by 270 degrees. Nice, beautiful place with snow-capped mountains. It's surrounded by snow-capped mountains, and we're really, really enjoying ourselves. Now we're going to head off in a different direction towards Tengboche, where we spent 2 nights and 1 night acclimatizing, of course, out of those 2. After lunch, now we head towards Tengboche. As you can see, the tree line has completely receded. There are no trees. You'll only find a barren landscape with a few bushes here and there. And we also have a dog, it's been a dog relay ever since we took off. So from every village, it's a new dog that kind of leads the procession up to a certain way. And that has been a very interesting feature of this trek. So now we need to cross a bridge, a metal bridge. It's a very pretty spot as the stream flows along. And you can actually enjoy the waters. Come down to the valley. As you can see, some people from our group. We have Joe and we have Saket there. And there goes the stream. So we've been following this stream. It's a beautiful visual, very calming, lovely beach with white sands and surrounded by snow peaks.
That was the first part of our journey to the Everest Base Camp. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, do like, share, subscribe and comment. I'd love to hear your feedback. And for the rest of the journey, all the way to the Everest Base Camp with those gorgeous views, I'll see you in the next video.